Sugar is one of the most common ingredients in modern food. We see it almost every day and rarely think about it. But the story of sugar is much more unusual than it seems. How did this small ingredient become such an important part of our lives? Long ago, people ate almost no sugar. The only sweet things they knew were fruits and honey. But even these were not something people could eat every day because they were not always easy to find. So sweet taste was a rare experience, not an everyday habit. Most food was not sweet at all. People usually ate simple meals made from grains, vegetables, and sometimes meat or fish. Later, people found a plant with a very sweet juice. This plant is called sugar cane. It is a tall plant that grows in hot countries. People began to grow sugar cane a very long time ago in a place called New Guinea. This happened about 10,000 years ago. At that time, people did not make sugar like we know today. They cut pieces of the plant and chewed them to taste the sweet juice inside. Many years later, people learned how to turn the sweet juice of this plant into sugar. But sugar cane grows only in hot countries. Many other parts of the world are too cold for this plant. So people there could not make sugar themselves. They had to bring it from far away. The long journey made sugar very expensive. For a long time, only rich people could afford it. When sugar came to Europe, people began to use it in special ways. Rich families sometimes gave sugar as a gift. It was a rare and unusual present. Sugar also appeared at big dinners and celebrations. Cooks made sweet dishes for important guests. Food with sugar looked special and different from normal daily meals. Serving sweet food became a way to show wealth and status. When guests saw sugar on the table, they knew the family was rich. Over time, more and more people began to use sugar. The demand for sugar grew, and farmers started to produce much more of it. In warm countries, large fields of sugar cane appeared. Farmers grew this plant on big plantations and produced more sugar than before. Later, people discovered that sugar can also be made from another plant, the sugar beet. This plant grows well in cooler countries, especially in Europe. Now many more countries could produce sugar. Today, most sugar in the world comes from these two plants. About 70% comes from sugar cane, and about 30% comes from sugar beets. As production grew, sugar began to travel around the world. Traders carried it to many different countries. Slowly, sugar stopped being a rare product. More and more people could buy it. People began to add sugar to many everyday foods. It became an important ingredient in desserts like cakes, pies, and cookies. Sweet baking became popular in many homes. Sugar was also added to drinks. Many people started to put sugar in tea or coffee to make the taste sweeter. Slowly, sweet taste became a normal part of everyday life. Today, sugar is not only in desserts. It can also be found in foods where people do not expect it. For example, sugar is often added to ketchup, different sauces, and even bread. These foods do not taste very sweet, so many people do not notice the sugar inside. But why do food companies add sugar to these products? One reason is taste. A small amount of sugar can make food taste better. It can also make the taste more balanced. For example, tomatoes and ketchup can taste quite sour. A little sugar makes the taste softer and more pleasant. Sugar can also help food last longer. Because of this, it is often used in many ready-made products. So people may eat sugar in different foods during the day and not even think about it. A little sugar in one product, a little in another, and the total amount becomes bigger. Even a small amount of sugar has calories. For example, 1 teaspoon of sugar has about 15 calories, but it has almost no vitamins or minerals. Because of this, people sometimes eat more sugar than they realize. Sugar does not only affect the taste of food, it also affects the brain. When a person eats sugar, the brain releases a chemical called dopamine. This chemical is connected to feelings of pleasure. It makes a person feel good for a short time. The brain quickly remembers this feeling. Because of this, people often want to eat sweet food again. Some researchers say this reaction can be similar to addiction. This does not mean sugar is a drug, but the brain can react to sweet taste in a similar way. That is why many people find it difficult to stop eating sweet foods. As scientists learned more about sugar and the brain, people started to talk more about its effects on health. Many experts say that modern food contains too much sugar. They believe that eating a lot of sugar every day can lead to health problems. But other experts think in a different way. They say a small amount of sugar is not dangerous for the body. The real problem appears when people eat a lot of sugar every day. In their view, people should watch how much sugar they eat. That is why the discussion about sugar continues today. Scientists and doctors still study how sugar affects our bodies. The story of sugar shows how something small can change the world around us. What began as a rare product in a few parts of the world slowly became part of everyday food for millions of people. And the next time you taste something sweet, remember, this small ingredient has a very long story.